Hey everybody, Isaac Toups here from Toups Meadery over in New Orleans, and today we are making Louisiana liquid snake. Because they pretty much let me name anything and I'm just ridiculous. This is my hot sauce. This is the first one I made and I absolutely love it. Things to make hot sauce: you're gonna need some peppers, you're gonna need some vinegar, and you're gonna need one of these things. Okay, you don't need one of these things, but it comes in real handy if you want a bottle. So first off, I got some nice red peppers and a bunch of garlic. Now, the thing with these peppers is you can use any type of pepper you want. You can use some red cayennes, you can use poblanos, you can use Thai chilies. If you like it hot, any type of pepper that's your favorite pepper, you use. This recipe is great for Louisiana liquid steak, but if you want to make your own, feel free to use this as a guideline, as in just wing it. So we're gonna take these peppers and we're gonna give them a de-seed and a rough chop. Ha! Okay, if you had a food processor, this is obviously gonna go a lot faster than if you were using a knife. And the more you chop it up now, the better this will be later. Then we're gonna add some red wine vinegar. Any kind of vinegar will do. Don't use plain white distilled. That's my only thing I would offer. The better the vinegar, the better the hot sauce. We got our vinegar here. Do not do what I tell the young line cooks to do. I tell the line cooks, go to that vinegar and give it a good sniff. And they come over here and they go, ah! And it's hilarious every single time. I'm gonna add our peppers and our garlic here, nice and gentle. And we're gonna simmer that. So we're gonna add our peppers to it. We're also gonna add our seasonings. Now I've got a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, some citric acid, and some smoked paprika. Now, chef, my diet says I can't have sugar. What do? Skip the sugar. Chef, I don't like salt so much. Skip the salt. This is all about your creativity. Use this as a guideline. Remember, this is your hot sauce. All right, this has been simmering for 20 minutes. Now, if you have a hand blender, use a hand blender. If you don't have a hand blender, use a regular blender. So you can take your immersion blender, ta-da, and you just start blending this up. The more you blend this up, the finer the consistency will become. Now, some people like to leave it chunky, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to do true blended hot sauce, you're gonna let this go and blend till it's nice and smooth. This should take right around 5 minutes, depending on your blender speed. If you have one of the big immersion blenders, it'll take no time at all. Now we're gonna add a little bit of dashi. Now, dashi, chef, what the hell, man? So, dashi, all it is, don't be scared, it's just a little concentrated fish stock. And a little dab will do you. And this is just gonna add some good, all-natural umami flavor to it. You can find this in your Asian market or on Amazon, honestly, and it's just great in hot sauce. But again, optional. At this stage of the hot sauce, simply taste it. Use a spoon, or if you're at your house, dip your finger in it. You know what? These peppers weren't as hot as they normally are, so I might add a little more cayenne. Hey, I like it a little sweeter. Add a little bit of honey to it. The options are really endless. You make this your own. Make it how the flavor profile you like. You know that hot sauce you like to keep on the shelf? Try to make it just like that. Hey, get wild, get weird. Add some habaneros, add some Thai chilies, add some ginger, add some cilantro. Get nuts. So we have xanthan gum. Super optional. However, if you want a nice emulsified hot sauce, see how this stuff is nice and emulsified and all put together? So right now, we're gonna have a little bit of xanthan gum, and I'm talking about just a little bit. And using your strainer right here, you're gonna put a little bit over it, because this stuff will pretty much lock up immediately, and you use the strainer to sear it into it. Otherwise, you'll have this big blob. So xanthan gum is essentially super gelatin, and it's gonna leave your hot sauce nice and emulsified, but this is gonna be your more traditional, kind of spicy, really luxurious, got my head on it too, hot sauce. This ingredient will keep in your fridge for pretty much indefinitely, since it's mostly vinegar and citric acid, so it's got a really high shelf life. If you want to bottle it, you gotta get yourself some bottles, sanitize them first, and if you're really cool, get yourself a sauce gun. Okay, now the culinary kids call this a fondant gun, but we all call it the sauce gun. And it's very easy to use. It's essentially just, it's got a trigger, it's got a funnel, put all your stuff in, and this is a release. Pour it up in here. You put it over. And you fill yourself up with hot sauce. Put the cap on, give it to your friends, put a silly label on it, and there you go. This is Isaac Toups, Louisiana Liquid Snake.